I swear, you guys, if I didn't make this one myself, I would not believe that most of the stuff came from the Dollar Tree. But it did, and this is how it came together. That I took my Cricut. I just sanded that off. And it was funny because once I had that wording off, I realized that somebody had already painted over that once because it said Merry Christmas in red. So then I took some wax and I just did a couple really, really light coats on it, and that covered it good. And I used my heat tool because I'm an impatient crafter. And I just wiped off the sides. I only did the bottom. Then I took the same chalk paint and I did all of the wood, the sides and the paint sticks. All kind of just whitewashed it because I did put water in that paint as well. Both sides, painted it, wiped them off. Same for the boxes. And then I just kind of measured it and spaced them out like the rungs of a ladder-ish. I mean, obviously it's super tiny ladder. And I used wood glue and I clamped it down. I just measured kind of just to make sure that it was kind of, spaced out evenly. I didn't want it to look goofy. I really do like those clips. Those come from Dollar Tree too. The bigger ones, not so much. I don't think they work as well, but those tiny ones work phenomenal. But I did get some other clips from the Dollar Tree in the automotive section. I don't remember where I'd heard that, but somebody said to do that. And those work pretty good, actually. And then I did use my Cricut for these letters. Obviously, you don't have to use a Cricut. You could paint them on or get stickers or, anything. I just used it because I have one and I liked it. But I didn't want to put that market on there. Because it said locally grown market fresh flower. And then I did it, but then I was like, fresh flower? That doesn't, I feel like it should say fresh flowers. So you'll see later on, I actually do go back in and I make another S. I just took the S from the fresh and I put it to the end and it says flowers in the end. I just thought fresh flower didn't make any sense to me. Yeah, so here I am just using E6000 and we're gonna put that right there. And at this point I'm thinking, what are you doing? Because this doesn't look good. It doesn't match together. But I just stuck with it. So here I am, Kiki, using burnt umber to do my distressing. And I just distress all of it. I do all of the sides, all of the ladder rungs, the whole box. And then I use a paper towel and just kind of blend it in. Then I took twine and I wrapped both handles of that tray because I just kept saying to myself, this doesn't match, it doesn't look right, it doesn't. But I knew I wanted to use those pieces. So just stick with it. Sometimes that's all you can do. Anyway, I took twine and wrapped both sides. And then to kind of blend it even further, I took twine and I wrapped all handles on the little crates as well. Yep. And then I just used my lighter and I burned off all the little fuzzies. And as I said before, I do like how that burnt look kind of sometimes happens on the twine. If you don't like it, you can always use a like a blade to just cut them off. Or you could use Mod Podge and kind of glue them down. But I like how the sometimes it looks a little burnt. So eventually I do wrap those handles. There we go. And don't worry, I don't show you that whole thing. You all know how to wrap a handle. I was really having a tough time threading that through, my goodness. I think I probably should have cut that twine. Duh. That was a lot to thread through each time. I got smart after I did this one though, and I did cut it. What can I say? You know. And it did get a little bit easier once I got the hang of it. It went a lot faster. I don't know, my hands just didn't want to work on that first one. I tell you what, the gun out of that cordless glue gun comes out so hot as opposed to the one with the cord. So here I just put some greens in. And I am struggling with the way that my projects turn out with all fake flowers. And I'm really finding myself leaning more towards using the dried flowers more often because once I had them in there, I didn't like it. So I took it out and I used eucalyptus on the top. And then I also put some Spanish moss in there too, just to kind of lift it up a little bit. Then I thought, okay, maybe. Yeah, no. Once I took a step back, I didn't like that other one either. So then I went with my go-to lavender. And I put a bunch of sprigs of lavender in there. And also, of course, my Spanish moss. My daughter laughs at me because I say Spanish moss a whole lot. And with this, I just take some generic hairspray and lightly spray it, and that holds it really, really well. Then I took some eucalyptus and lavender because I was going to put it across the top. And I struggled with, do I put a bow? I held up a bunch of different things. And then I thought, what happens if I just put some twine around it, kind of match it? And I think that turned out the best. Plus, I really suck at making bows. I don't know. I gotta find a good tutorial because I just don't do good. And then I made the boxes a little bit darker. And I got those little garden tool things from Hobby Lobby. So I just glued a little watering can on the bottom of the sign there. And then a little tool on the top box, like a cutter. And then I darkened up the twine there a little bit. And once I had it all done, I was happy. It seems to finally fit together, which made me really happy. So this actually might be one of my favorite pieces I've made in a while. Honestly, it's going to be hard to let this one go. But if you like simple, cozy farmhouse builds like this, make sure that you subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. And tell me in the comments, would you keep this or sell it? Because I'm not going to lie, I kind of want to keep it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.